Now at the end of this video, which is right now, I'm supposed to tag 3 people to do this. I'm going to throw out chaotic aura. I'm going to throw out chaotic aura. I'm going to throw out chaotic aura.
What's up guys, Chaotic Aura here, and welcome to my very first video of anything besides narrations, voice acting, or let's plays. I was tagged by a crew of the Rad Nerd channel to do this tag video and answer 24 questions about myself. That's right, 24 questions. The backspace button is right there. No one would blame me if you did it. Alright. Okay, so for the 2 people that are still watching, thank you. And let's get this show on the road. Also, I'm including gameplay from some of my favorite games to try and stay in the spirit of the channel, so you'll learn something else about me. First question, how did you get your YouTube username? I wish there was a cool story with this, but there's really not one. Aura was my name in one of my bands that I was in, and I knew that I wanted to incorporate that somewhere into my channel. Now an aura, obviously, is someone's spiritual energy, colors or whatever. A chaotic aura is when someone's aura is always changing colors, changing moods or whatever. And I knew that I wanted this channel to be very broad with what I did. I didn't want to just stick to one thing. I wanted it to be always changing. So that's where the name Chaotic Aura came from. Question 2. If you could change your name to anything, what would it be and why? Well, honestly, I like my first name, so I wouldn't change that. And my last name, I probably would have loved to have changed it before. It's kind of a goofy last name, at least to me it was. But some of my favorite video games have had bosses that had the same last name as me, so I was like, well, this is a pretty cool name. So as far as my name goes, I'm keeping it. Question 3. If you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would it be? I would just tell myself to not be so afraid of failing and to take more chances and to also be more cautious of the people around me, to not trust so easily and to not leave yourself open, and always just count on yourself and know that you'll get through it. Question 4. How old were you when you learned how to blow a bubblegum bubble? Spoiler alert, I still don't know how. Question 5. What did you want to be when you were little? What I wanted to be, it didn't change all the time, but I had so many ideas and I wanted to chase them all. At first, I wanted to be an archaeologist because when I was younger, I always had my nose in some kind of a dinosaur book. All I did was just study dinosaur things. I had this obsession with dinosaurs when I was younger, but I also had an obsession with being a singer. I used to get all gussied up. I would listen to... My music taste has improved since then, but I would turn on some Spice Girls and put my hair in the pigtails and put on my snow boots as my little knee-high boots and put a scarf around my neck and start doing a little music video. That's what I would do to keep myself occupied, which is put on my own little concerts. I just knew I always wanted to perform. I always wanted to do acting. I always wanted to do singing. Archaeology was something that I still, have a soft spot for dinosaurs, but it's something that I grew out of. And entertaining is something I haven't grown out of. I've done everything entertaining that I can find. I've done writing, I've done art, I've done modeling, I've done photography, I've done acting, I do voice acting, I do YouTube. I've done everything that I can think of, for the purpose of entertaining people. In one way or another, whether they're enjoying something I read, or listening to something I'm singing, or listening to something I'm doing or watching, or I'm making them happy by doing their photography. I've gotten my nose into everything, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. Question 6. What do you order at Starbucks? Ain't nobody got money for that. Shoot. I am too poor for Starbucks. Never been. Question 7. If you could play any musical instrument, which would it be and why? I would love to be able to play the harp. I mean, that would just be, I know from knowing someone that it takes forever to learn. You know, I'm always all over the place on to the next project, and if I don't pick something up pretty quick, I'm going to end up getting bored with it and going on to something I can pick up quicker. Question 8. What's your favorite thing to do when you're upset? I pretty much have 3 things that I will do. I always will listen to music. I always listen to music when I'm upset. I will read a book if there's good books around, because there's nothing, literally nothing, that gets my mind off of my troubles more than a book. And obviously play video games. Question 9. What's your favorite movie? You know, this is probably going to be the hardest question on this damn thing. I have so many movies I love. I grew up on scary movies. I didn't grow up on Barney, Teletubbies, whatever. I grew up on Chucky, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason, you know, Halloween, you know, that's what I grew up on. And I love those movies still to this day, but I'd say that the only movie that I've watched, at least in recent memory, that really just, I went out of it just going, wow, like my life is impacted, was probably Avatar. Not the last Airbender one, you know, the James Cameron one. Question 10. What's one food that you can't live without? Well, I mean, I can go without pretty much any food for a short amount of time, but long term, any kind of pastas or pizzas, and not even just necessarily Italian pastas, because I love like Chinese pastas, Chinese food, Italian food. Yeah, I mean, I can live for a while without those, but I would not be happy. Question 11. Favorite dessert? Ice cream. Any kind of ice cream. Well, except for those ice creams that have, like, the fruit in them. Like, keep your fruit out of my dessert. Ice cream is the best. That's probably right up there with the other foods that I can't live without for too long. Question 12. Favorite pizza topping? Pepperoni. Question 13. Would you rather be able to read minds or be invisible? You know, I might be the unpopular one here on this, but I'd rather be invisible. Reading minds, I remember an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and that did not go well. I would not want to be able to read minds, and honestly, even if you could shut it off, it would ruin relationships you have with people, because people think nasty things, you know, people that love you think nasty things, and you're gonna hear the things they think, and you're just gonna hate them. So, I mean, I know you can get into, you could probably figure out some stuff you'd rather not know being invisible, but there'd be other cool things about being invisible, like getting into the movies for free, or like an amusement park. Unless someone's sad on you. Well, whatever. Still, being invisible would be cool. And you could like fart right in someone's face that you don't like and they'd never know it. Question 14. If you had one selfish wish, what would it be and why? I mean, I guess my selfish wish would be the same as a lot of people's. Just so that I could win some sort of a large sum of money. I mean, obviously, I already know that if I won a large sum of money, 90% of that would not be for me. I just know. But 10% of it would be for me, and I would spend it on everything that I needed to make my life as happy as it could be. You know, money doesn't buy happiness, but it does make life a lot easier. And I could use that. Question 15. If you had to be a Pokemon, which one would you be? Well, I would either be an Umbreon or an Espeon. Those two, well, pretty much all of the Eevee evolutions, but specifically those two have always been my favorite. And I've never been able to choose. It's like, I don't know, but just let me be an Eevee and let me decide later. Question 16. What are your 3 favorite colors? Black, red, and blue, probably. I like light blue, like turquoisey color, or sky blue, or robin egg. Those are pretty. And then red and black, because I love Harley Quinn, probably. Question 17. What's your favorite quote? Well, I'd say it'd have to be this one. Question 18. How much time do you spend on YouTube? Honestly, not that much. I have about 2 channels, three that I check regularly. I'll check my channel, see how it's doing, and I'll go watch a couple of videos, and then I'll do my day, and then I'll generally wind down at the end of the day with another couple videos. I don't know how much in a day, maybe an hour or 2, but I do wish I had more time for it. Question 19. What are your 3 favorite YouTube channels? The Rad Nerd channel, Good Mythical Morning, and Cryotic. Question 20. What are your 3 favorite TV shows? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, American Horror Story, and The Walking Dead. Question 21. If you could write a book, what would the title be and what would it be about? If I could write a book, it would be called How to Do Absolutely Nothing. And what would it be about? See back to title. Question 22. What makes you cry? Sad movies, sad commercials, beautiful music. Watching people achieve their goals gives me like that happy cry. I don't know if that counts. What makes you angry? A lot of stuff. Stupidity makes me angry. Bullying makes me angry. Lying makes me angry. Injustice makes me angry. People make me angry. Question 24. What makes you happy? Well, my adorable little kitty makes me happy. My beautiful puppy makes me happy. And you guys make me happy. Seeing the views, the comments, the likes, and the support, it really makes me happy. More than I can say. So I'll use this unusual video of mine to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for almost 1,000 subscribers. And thank you to my other YouTube friends that watch me and support me and comment on my videos. Anyway guys, if you stuck around for all of this, you are awesome. Like, you are beyond awesome. I don't know if I would. But now it's time for me to tag some people. I am going to tag J-Man2800. I'm going to tag Brett Newton. And I'm going to tag Birdie Bus. We're on a streak now of people that have been tagged not backing out, so don't ruin the streak, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Chaotic Aura. Till next time.